Rebound in that second half. Here we go. Third quarter underway. 2-point game. Make it 4 on that baseline jumper. Şengün.
He's got kind of an unorthodox set shot, but he understands space and when to get it off.
Sexton searches, flips the ball out to Filipowski. Has a good look. Rebound by Şengün. Dylan Brooks went 1 for 5 in the first half. They feed him, but here comes Jalen Green around the corner. Rebound, Amin Thompson. Brooks will take the triple, hits it.
His range, because he's long, he's been long on all 4 of his threes tonight from the top.
Walker sets a screen, takes that ball inside. Ball
consistent offensive type plays he's got to be stronger with. He's got the strength. Just have to gather that ball and just get through arms and hands.
There's Brooks up against Collier, bodies him up. The ball takes a roll out and into the hands of Filipowski.
Just a good body up by Collier there.
Flip puts a shoulder down for Filipowski. With Utah, Will Hardy. He tells it like it is, with emotion, but see, I just got taking advantage of the free throw line. You know, his last 3 against the Jazz, he's averaged 19 points and 11 rebounds. He has 17 here early in the third. Good look by Collier. Ball finds its way to Dylan Brooks. Brooks in the paint, drops it over the top. And now on a 9-2 run.
That's what the Jazz have to figure out, especially on those fast breaks where everybody's not back set yet.
There's where an offensive rebound team would help, but no, it's 1 and out on that 3-point attempt. Jalen Green shaded there by Filipowski, goes to his right, back to his left. Şengün triples up off the rim, and it finds its way to Sexton. He'll waste no time to push it. Well, he ran into Van Fleet, kept going.
I tell you, that force that he has going downhill will not be stopped.
In the first half, that's his 3rd 3 in this game. Had a couple in the first quarter.
Well, Jalen Green's going to find a way to make up for it.
Down. Utah. Nice cut inside. Walker.
Those kind of plays, balls running through him.
City, Utah, but don't be fooled, T. The weather's been great, but Mother Nature may have a surprise. Winter's not quite done. Keontae dancing out behind the 3-point line, drops it inside. Walker, Fleet took it away, and here comes Dylan Brooks with a head of steam, drives on, flip and scores. 5-point third quarter for Dylan Brooks. Rockets have outscored Utah in this third quarter 16-6. That ball comes out. Did not signal for a coach's challenge, so we play on, and here's...
He looked in that direction.
Van Fleet didn't last long.
Yeah, but he wasn't quite sure himself.
Wide open Thompson. He averages 14 points a game, and Thompson here 9 in Salt Lake and dropped his first 3. Keontae passes out. Sexton 3 of the night, and I tell you, he's a terrific 3-point shooter all season. Very consistent at 40%. Brooks turns around and fires.
Just kind of backs him down. No help coming with that turnaround jump shot.
Brooks in double figures with 10. Collier inside. Outside to flip. That's a tough pass. I don't know how Sexton found that ball in traffic. Now he resets. 3 to shoot, down to 2. He's got to hurry. Step back triple.
His head like, what just happened?
8-point third quarter. Who wants to come along for Utah? Reaching in. How about that rebound by Walker? Sexton started 1 of 7 from the floor. He's hit 4 of his last 5. Nice advantage.
Yeah, and didn't waste any time getting to the basket either. Really threw Şengün for a surprise on that one.
A free throw to Van Vliet this game. He's played 26 minutes. Now he rises up. He just saw the ball go down short on the 6-footer.
Yeah.
Undrafted out of Wichita State. Integral part of this rebuild in Houston. How about that? Get another run of 10-3.
Well, here's a scouting report. If you're scouting Isaiah Collier and you're guarding one-on-one, he is going to get by you. Same about Jalen Green.
That's a wicked good layup. Collier looked to the middle of the floor, now dropped it. Walker nearly had it taken away by, flipped by Landell. Scores, so Filipowski finding a little rhythm here.
Yeah, just great reaction on the overplay on the defensive side and gets right to the hoop.
Jalen Green, right to left. Here's Landell at the free throw line, drives in on Filipowski. Little wiggle, hook it. 10 points for Landell off the bench. Another bucket up, just out. And that breaks a run of 7 straight makes for Utah.
They need some stops in between those makes. Just to create a run. Can't trade baskets.
Jalen Green tries a baseline out front. Tough catch. Collier went for the steal. Landell dials up the triple. Out it comes to KJ. And the leak out. Collier is there. Takes on the big man. Tough shot. Free throw. Collier now with 14 points, 2 assists, a rebound. He's played 24 minutes. Jalen Green back to work. Tries a blast pass. Filipowski off the wing.
Quicker. But Jazz players scrambling around, trying to chase down and defend those shots.
Eason hits the 3. 11 points for Eason off the bench. And just shot that ball. That missed shot finds its way back to Jalen Green. Landell throws it away, trying to force it inside to Eason. Jazz run, Keontae the lob.
Plays like that on one end that you take advantage of on the offensive side.
I like that stat. 14-7 fast break points. Advantage Jazz. And field goal of this game. It was 0 for 6 in the first half. (85-74) Houston. Keontae a runner. Caught the rim in it.
Bodies just falling down there. AJ Martin, Landell falling into each other.
George now with 13. Coming up on 2 minutes of play in the third. Filipowski. Van Vliet somehow kept that dribble alive. Green from the corner and the rebound. Flip. Outlet. Watch out. Showtime. Keontae. Buzz back in the building.
Yeah, they've been waiting on it. Jazz doing a nice job of just keeping this game close.
Rockets by 7.
Oh, he walks around the Delta Center.
Yes.
Four laps, like you said, 4 or 5 laps before every game.
I'll see him out of nowhere like, where you been? Third lap. Does the same thing on the flights. So the foul taken away by Flip. And the shot by Cody comes up short. Rockets with Amin Thompson to feed Şengün. Big Euro step inside. And as you saw, Thompson.
Yeah. Donnie Juzang did a really good job of trying to meet Şengün's downhill movement. Threw him off with that Euro.
Amin Thompson T with 11, 7 here in the third. Keontae rises up short. (87-78), under a minute to go here in the third. Jazz been battling the Rockets, the #2 team in the West, throughout this night. Quick outlet, Cody. Drives baseline, inside, and throws up.
Just the better display of how the Jazz need to be playing in the second half. Let's see if they can turn it up here in the fourth.
Sexton directing traffic. Here's KJ with a screen on Van Vliet. Catch and shoot, flip, and bang, found it. Şengün Hands it to Van Fleet. He's going to be short on that 3-ball, and the ball finds its way to Sensabaugh. Now Bryce had the really hot, hot second quarter. Dropped down 4 threes. Did not score in the third. On the floor here in the fourth. Sexton, Filipowski puts a ball on the floor. Thompson put his shoulder into KJ Martin, bounced right off of him. Holiday spins past Bryce, put it up top, no. And the rebound, loose ball finds its way to Sensabaugh.
That's what I'm talking about. That's just great work defensively.
KJ nearly dropped it out of bounds. Resets out front, Sexton in the paint. What a tough pass. Has worked their way back into this game. 89-85. Little jumper coming up short. Shingun.
Kyle Filipowski out for the contest, but nobody to help flip out. Easy bucket for the Rockets.
21 for Shingun. (91-85). Just past the 10-minute mark here in quarter number 4. Shingun drives, spins off the left shoulder of Filipowski and Flip.
Really good D.
With the rebound to Sensabaugh.
Well, Flip prepares himself for that hit on the downhill move by Shingun and just does a nice job. Bryce turns it over here.
Well, he was dribbling, just simply took his eye off the dribble. Van Fleet's been off all night.
Just talking to him about communication and deeds.
You got to bark the. You got to be loud on the call. Where to go, what assignment, who belongs where. Sexton bodies up Holiday. Here's Van Fleet. Shot clock under 10. Shingun on a lob inside, knocked down
Option of play.
Tari Eason checks in. Amin Thompson comes out. Van Fleet turns a sharp corner.
Figured out how to disrupt the play of the Rockets down in that paint right now, especially with a great scorer down there like Shingun.
5 for 5 from the floor. All 5 shots made from 3. Misses the free throw, but a 15-point game off the bench for the second-year pro out of Ohio State. Jazz hanging in. 94-88. Shingun drives inside. Boy, Bull. Well, actually, a good toss-up.
It was very good.
It was right in the middle. Carl Lane, nice job. KJ, Juzang. There's Colin Sexton. Free throw line, jumper. Got it.
That's offense through Kyle Filipowski. Sexton coming right off for that mid-ranger.
4-point game. We just passed 8 minutes left. Shingun rushed it a bit. Ball comes back out his way. Van Fleet in the corner. Brooks. Ball deflected, picked up by Shingun. 5 on the shot, down to 4. Bully ball, KJ. Here's Eason. Again, hard defense by KJ.
KJ doing a nice job, though. KJ doing a nice job of bodying up. You just got to be able to release off that bump quick enough to not let the offensive player cut that corner on you.
Sensabaugh on the floor. Sexton found space. Went for the rack. That shot was easily blocked on a quick move by Eason. Johnny, wide open. Take it up and in.
Really big on both ends.
4-point game once again, under 7 minutes to play. Shingun wants that ball. He's got it, spins in on Flip. Push it, score. Start. Those numbers.
Yeah, again, he's not the sexiest offensive player on the floor, but he is effective, knows how to operate. Just fundamental moves down there.
They're going to feed Shingun until they stop and hook it. No, late whistle.
And I thought Kyle did a pretty decent job of really making Shingun work with the help of his teammates. Busted up some plays.
Old Thurl Shingun with 28. 10 of those 28 from the free throw line. Jazz a little lackadaisical. The ball knocked out of the hands and force a turnover. Back out front. Quick hit 3. Got it.
Communication defensively on that play.
16 for Green, averages 21.5 points a night. Jazz down 11. Inside out, Juzang rises up, bang.
Make a mistake this time of coming up. He slid down to the corner after Collier's drive where he missed one before.
Şengün takes a strong run to the rim. Jazz deny, the ball comes loose. Juzang unable to corral it. Quick three, short. 5 minutes, just past the 5-minute mark. 103-95. Houston, #2 team in the West. Oklahoma City, they are the strongest team, in my opinion.
I thought that was like going to be a lob to Walker Kessler, but no. Isaiah with the bully ball and then right over the top of the rim.
16 points, 3 assists. Walker.
7 feet. Just try to get straight up on it and try to track that ball.
18.9 for Green. Jazz needs stops. 105-97. Coming up on 4 minutes left. Keontae. Inside drop. 18 points. Add another.
Morgan's going to have a huge voice in the locker room still, and his leadership and impact on the young group goes beyond just playing in games, guys.
Yeah, that's a great point, Lauren. I'm glad you mentioned that. 37 games played, over 16 points, and 36% from 3. And no question, he's a locker room leader in his 11th year out of Missouri. Drive it up, fly it over the top, and Keontae has the ball off the miss by Eason.
Great stop. See if the Jazz can capitalize.
Cross-court pass, back to within 3.
That's his 3-guard lineup, Bolo, especially when that ball moves and you've got the hot Bryce Sensabaugh in there as well.
Amen now with his 20th double-double of the season. 13 points, 10 rebounds. Inside, shot short by Collier, thought he was fouled, and we got to play on. Jazz needs to get back on defense, and they do. Got a little mismatch down low inside. Walker, or flip Walker, Kessler. First one, their tight game. Houston did have a 15-point lead. The Jazz fought back. You see the Jazz did have an early 2-point advantage. There's a drive. Keontae slides out of bounds. He just really overran the bucket tee, and the dribble belongs to Jalen Green. Now they fire down low inside, stop and pop off the.
Jazz need a bucket here.
Sexton races down low inside. There you go. Drive off the window.
Even better, it was a quick bucket. We'll see if they can get a stop here and try to capitalize on a turnover or a missed shot.
19 points for Sexton. Jalen Green slides by, flip, scores 20. Trying to catch his breath, Big T. It's been first one's up and out against the Atlanta Hawks.
No ball, there's triple doubles, and then there's just crazy triple doubles.
Yes,
right. Jokic. I mean, I'm a fan just because he's a big that is kind of a throwback, but he fits today's game. He can really do it all.
A 9-2 run as Şengün punishes the rim. That's his 13th career 32 back, but still down 10 with under a minute and a half yet to play.
Houston going to take their time on their offensive side. Some clock down.
There's 30 points. Second one drops out. The rebound really put back in. Who took? Şengün working against Filipowski, driving. If you didn't know much about Şengün, you do now. 33 against the Jazz. Earned All-Star honors for the first time on Şengün. He's been whistled 5 times for a foul.
Right. The answer is definitely yes. Did they respond in all 4 quarters? And I believe they did. I mean, what you really look for is a chance to be in a game, a chance to win the game. And I thought the Jazz definitely came out and responded well after the other night.
Şengün turned it over. Collier turns it over. Jazz will jump on a flight and head to Denver. Stick around. The Siegfried and Jensen post-game report. We'll send it up to Lemma and Mike. They'll break it all down, and you'll hear from Coach. Sensabaugh gets a bucket to add to his total now of 17. And the Rockets will let this one run out. And use at